Okay, so have you ever wondered what it really takes to get a YouTube channel going? I mean, not the theory, but what happens in the trenches, day in and day out. Well, today we're going to break down one creator's pretty intense 30-day experiment and see what they actually found out.
Yeah, this is the quote that totally hooked me. It's not about some magic trick for going viral, right? It's about the grind, the raw reality of just showing up every single day for a whole month and just seeing what YouTube gives you back. So let's dive in and see what happened. So what we're going to do is treat this whole 30-day sprint like a case study. We're going to dig into the numbers, the lessons, the real expectations when you're starting a channel from zero. So if you've ever thought about starting your own thing, or maybe you're just feeling a little stuck, this one's definitely for you.
All right, so let's get into the challenge itself. This creator didn't just upload random videos. They picked a really specific and honestly pretty tough niche where AI and entrepreneurship meet. The mission sounded simple enough, but doing it, way, way harder. 30. Just think about that number for a second. 30 consecutive days. We're not talking one video a week or even a couple a month. We're talking a brand new idea, a new recording, a fresh edit every single day. That kind of pace, that intensity, it's designed to make you learn and learn fast. And you know what? All that work, all that content, it leads to the first big discovery. Because when you're putting out that much stuff, you get feedback, and you get it fast. The algorithm, the audience, they start talking back to you. They tell you exactly what they want, whether you're ready to listen or not. And that leads us to the million-dollar question for anyone starting out, right? What kind of content actually works best when you have zero audience? Do you try to appeal to everyone, or do you get super specific? Do you need everything to be perfectly polished, or is it better to just be raw and real? Well, this experiment gave a surprisingly clear answer. So here's the big reveal, the huge gap between what was expected and what actually happened. The creator thought, okay, I'll make these highly polished general tutorials. But in reality, the audience wanted the raw, specific stuff, the nitty-gritty insights on AI and entrepreneurship. They didn't just want a lecture about AI, they wanted to see someone building a business with AI, right there in the trenches with them. That authenticity, it won, big time. But of course, a journey like this is never just a smooth ride, right? It wasn't all wins. The creator was super open about the mistakes they made along the way. And honestly, those are sometimes even more valuable than the successes. This is where the really good stuff, the real learning comes from. And they boiled it down to 3 key stumbles. Think of these as video killers. First, confusing titles that don't tell you what the video is about. Second, slow pacing right at the beginning that makes people click away. And third, generic thumbnails that just get lost in a sea of other videos. Each one of these is like a wall you're putting up between you and a potential viewer. And this is such a crucial mindset shift. These weren't failures. They were data points for improvement. A video that bombs isn't a failure. It's feedback. It's a clue. It lets you ask, okay, what went wrong? Was it the title? Did I lose them in the first 30 seconds? Every single one of those mistakes is just a lesson waiting to be learned.
Okay, so while the creator was deep in the weeds with analytics and trying to figure out the algorithm, something else, something way more important, started to happen. It stopped being about just a subscriber count and started being about the actual people behind those numbers.
And this quote, this says it all. Every subscriber, every comment matters to me. I mean, that really gets to the heart of the whole experiment, doesn't it? It's so easy to get obsessed with views and watch time and all that data, but this brings it back to what really counts, the human connection. Real people are choosing to spend their valuable time with you and your work, and that's a big deal. And that mental shift, it's everything. It completely changes how you approach making stuff. You stop asking, how can I make this go viral? And you start asking, how can I make this genuinely helpful or interesting for the person on the other side of the screen? And what happens? You might get a smaller audience at first, but it's an audience that's way more engaged, way more loyal. You build a real community. So, the big question is, what happens next? The 30 days are over. Do you just stop? No way. You take all those lessons, the good, the bad, all of it, and you use them to build an actual, sustainable plan for what comes next. And this is that plan, built step by step from everything that was learned. It's pretty simple, but really powerful. First, focus on the AI and entrepreneurship stuff that people loved. Second, fix the packaging. Make much better titles and thumbnails. And third, and this is the big one, double down on interacting with that community you're building. Look, at the end of the day, this creator's story isn't just about their YouTube channel. It's really a blueprint for anyone trying to build anything online. It shows that being consistent gives you data. That data gives you lessons, and those lessons help you build a real foundation and a real connection with people. So this was one 30-day journey. The real question is,